YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in the year 227 BC in my version of Carthaginian history, where you're looking at my North African holdings, which are now becoming much more consolidated. The Garamantians here, starving to death, destitute, and with no place to call home, which is great. Really enjoying that. I was really sick of these guys. I have a bunch of money I need to spend and things to take care of, so let's get started. First, we'll start by I'm going to have to tear this building down because I can't convert it. So we'll trash it. We need a temple in this province. And then most of the rest of it I'm just going to build towards economy, as I don't expect to really be fighting any wars in this province. I'm going to have to do the same thing, tear this one down because I can't convert it. Not at my current research level. And I have tons of food, actually. It's almost... let's just tear that down too. We'll tear both of those down and build new buildings. Because, I mean, if you look at my food supply here, it's massive and really overkill, to be honest. Not even necessary. Let's take a look at some of the rest of my structures. I can build, upgrade the town center in Carthago. We don't really need this fishing port, and so I'm going to switch it over to a trading port. Let's see what else we got. This Temple of Melquart here. That'll give me some more wealth. We got this building in Lepsis that needs to be converted. We can build up this temple here. And we can build this temple here that gives us plus 10 to wealth generated by slaves and agriculture and livestock. That would be kind of helpful. Let's do that. Alright, so we spent a good deal of our money there, improving a lot of my African holdings here. And of course I can issue edicts in 2 of these provinces now because I own them entirely. Let's take a look at my army situations. I have an army here in Thapsus. Still besieged by the Romans at Caralis, but I'm in good shape. And if you look here, is that a Roman fleet? No, those are Roman transports. So in patches, they have made transport ships much weaker to actual naval units, so I do need to train a navy. And with that navy, I should be able to put a lot of hurt on the Romans. Otherwise, I'm just getting these other provinces under control. The Media is in good shape, and it looks like Carthago Nova is having some trouble up around Tingus still, but should be able to handle it. They got a lot of troops in the area. We may go lend them some assistance. Let's take a look at the diplomatic picture. You can see here the way people field towards us. Looks like the Celtici alright with us at the moment. Lusitanians, Editani, Aravasi, and the Tarraco, or we don't know the owner. All those are not real happy with me. Syracuse doesn't like me. I can't pronounce this in Cyrenaica, or whatever, however you say it. They don't like me either. Broken treaties with Libya. I didn't break any treaties with Libya. They got killed, you idiots. Perhaps these guys would appreciate a non-aggression pact.
You have my attention. Now, do not try to charm, wheedle, or cajole.
Okay, they don't want a non-aggression pact, and honestly I don't feel like dealing with them at the moment. I could probably offer them other stuff, but to be honest, I'm starting to get pretty independent here, and I'm not sure I need these people's help. This is going to help me as I go after the Romans and others. This will really help me siege capital cities, because what I'm researching here is going to give me some major benefits. Let's see what this is. -3 to siege cost, all provinces. Got temple tax there, which is good. Alright, so there's a few things we'll finish researching here in a bit. Let's take a look at my list here. I don't have any champions. I need champions. And I also need to raise a fleet. Let's go ahead and raise the fleet. So, I wonder if I have a fleet legacy. Yep, Hanno's Navigators will reinstate that. And I get my option of ships to choose from here. This heavy tower, Hepteres, is going to be great at ramming, and it's going to have a ton of Libyan javelin. And you can see that it has a huge ship health right there too. But as you can also see, the upkeep is pretty substantial, about 100 per turn more. But I have some money, and it'd be pretty cool to have a strong navy. This is also not a bad one here. This Assault Tetres, or whatever it is, Carthaginian Hoplites. That one's not bad either. But as you can see, ship health-wise, it's strong, but quite a bit weaker than these others. I'm going to pick this one just for fun, just to get a cool ship. Not the best from the standpoint of upkeep, but hopefully it should help me get the job done.
It is an honor to
Some pretty
serve.
substantial lag there after I picked it for some reason. I don't know, I don't need to raise another one. Let's take this guy,
How can I
dock there, and we'll start recruiting. As you can see, I've got access to only a few ships at the moment. We've got this Pursuit, Himolia, or however it's pronounced. I'm going to get a couple of these. These guys are great for harassing. That's all I have the money to spend on this turn. I also have my judge over here. I'm going to go ahead and push this button here, which is going to help boost attack rates and a few other things during turn in. Plus, I think helps him gain some EXP. So let's end this turn. Just let things go here. Alright. One of our enemies got wounded at Garama, trying to rally the slaves. It's pretty funny. We failed to recruit a champion. Dang, didn't know it was a mission. I know I needed to do it, but I didn't know it was a mission. And you can see that already... whoa, man, check out my treasury here. It's huge again. Did we get like another boost here? Because I had a ton of money last turn also. That's pretty awesome. I'm not sure what's giving us all this money, but by gosh, I'll use it. Let's go ahead and recruit a few more ships here. I'm going to take a couple more of these pursuit ships, and then we'll, let's see, ship health. These things are about the same, except for this fire pot one's going to be a little bit better at ramming. And we'll just kind of keep building up a little bit of a navy there. And looks like, let's check on our provinces. Slowly coming under control. We can build some buildings here. I'm going to make them all economic styled at least. Well, I guess I'm going to have to build a homestead. I can't build anything else there that's really going to help me. So even though I didn't need a whole bunch of food, that's what I'm going to end up making here. But that just means that I could get rid of some buildings producing food elsewhere. And that will help me build up my economy. So say for instance, like right here, I'm building this advanced farm. I could probably convert that to an economic chain building since I'm replacing it with these down here. But for now, I'm going to leave it. Let's go ahead and see what else we can do there. Okay, we got that pretty well taken care of. Let's go ahead and recruit a champion also. Let's see where my generals are at. Let's go to my list here. We got Dido's Faithful. So here's Hamilcar. Let's recruit a champion for Hamilcar. Nope, not hire mercenaries. Recruit an agent, and we'll recruit a champion. +2 attack range for all siege weapons. -3 construction cost for local province. -5 siege recruitment. This one gets extra military fervor, +2 adventure, show of force. Yeah, I'll take this guy. Neither one of these is my favorite, but we'll recruit him because I don't have any other options at the moment, and we'll embed him in Hamilcar's army. Next one, and I'm just going to make sure these provinces are stable before I take off. And they should be becoming... Whoa! Hello, Nasamones! They are headed straight for Macomedes, and that is a pretty big army. I forgot we got to take these guys out.
We fight for you,
This army's got calves, so I would feel pretty strong about its ability to perform. Let's see, I don't want to get too close to these guys so they can ambush me. Look, that starving Garamantian army is making a run for Lepsis as well. I can fight these guys off with just this one army, though. I should be fine. So I'm going to head up here and get just inside this province. Chances are the Nasamones will take Macomedes on this turn. And the Garamantians may try for Lepsis, but I'm not convinced they can actually get it. And I don't think that even if I go to row hard... Nope, can't make it to Macomedes in one turn. Okay. So we'll be alright here. It's not ideal, but we will definitely survive. You know what we could build here, since the public order in these provinces is low? We could just build some consecrated ground. Just get a couple of them to make sure we take care of it quicker. Alright, let's see. Let's go over here. I need to actually probably bring this guy more back towards the front So we'll bring him this way. Here we go. End the turn. So it looks like we're about to get counterattacked here, but with the Garamantians pretty much dead, I can focus my attention now on the Nasamones, and basically I'm going to go down there and take their city. Yeah, there's no way I can stop these guys, so we'll auto-resolve there. Let them have their small moment of triumph, and they're going to get killed on the very next turn. The fact that they didn't just take off running to the sea there was a mistake, because that's going to be about their only hope of survival is attack and run. Because now I'm going to absolutely punish them. So that messed up my edict in that province, which stinks. I lost my trade agreement with Cyrenaica, or whatever, however you say it. Army got destroyed, construction report, fleet deploy, or fleet destroyed, that was my garrison fleet, settlement lost, inspired populace in Mauritania, troubled populace in Africa, and my ships are being recruited. So check it out, the Garamantians here, wanting to go over towards their friends. So we're going to take no stance, and we're going to hit these Garamantian bums. And let's see, if we auto-resolve that, how many of my forces am I going to lose? Not many, so it's acceptable losses. And then now we want to take on the armies here in Macomades. We can't make it quite in this turn. And I can probably sail out and hit this Garamantian fleet and once and for all extinct their faction, which would be good just in case they have any agents left. Okay. That should destroy their faction. Maybe not, but let's see. If there's any Garamantians left, I'm not sure where they're at. Alright, on the next turn we'll take our vengeance on the Nasamones. Let's see, Garama is upset. But we can go ahead and start building temples to help fix that. So we'll build a temple to Baal Hamun here. And might as well just build that building. That's about all we can do for now. Get our agents back in position. I do believe that I may send this diplomat, or whatever he's called, oh crap, I can't remember, dignitary. I may send him all the way over to Rome. Look, the Romans have committed even more people to that blockade, so I'm going to need to get my navy ready soon. And the Nasamones have marched out against me, which is fine. I can kill these guys even easier in a tight quarters battle, but they won't be hard for me to kill on it. Well, check it out. Their agent killed my general, so Hamilcar has either been wounded or killed by their stupid agent standing here before the AI does that to you all the time. And what's annoying is that, I haven't really tried it patch 4 yet, but your guys will have ridiculously good chances of winning, or of assassinating someone, and they'll fail. But the AI will just like constantly assassinate your generals, and it just gets to be really annoying. Like my general's average life is like 5 years probably. Most of them don't last a whole lot longer than that, just for, I mean, like enemy agents just being completely run amok. Which I could try and stop them, but that requires a ton of my own agents and a ton of time to manage them, which sometimes just gets annoying. They have patched hoplites. Hoplites are a lot stronger in patch 4, especially if you get them into hoplite formation. In fact, if they get charged by cav while in hoplite formation, they really won't take any losses. I mean, they just beastly soak up the charge, which is pretty cool. They definitely serve a purpose now, even though they may not be like they were in Rome 1, which I'm not saying they have to be either, but they definitely serve a purpose. Alright, I'm going to run my troops forward, and let's take a look at the Garamantian army here. Of course, typical AI army is like mostly slingers or javelin men, and then pretty much all crap levy infantry. I have rarely seen this be any different. That's one thing that I hope they can continue to try and correct with the AI, is that it will actually recruit somewhat varied armies, because it is pretty annoying to see them constantly just bringing spams of garbage, and you can pretty much just run over their garbage spam. Start clicking attack orders here. Okay. All my guys are getting into the fight now.
Our general is under attack.
I'm going to use the whip on my infantry and then put my hoplites into hoplite formation. And then I'll get you some good zoom in action here of me chasing down these javelin men, dealing them the destruction that they deserve. That'll be an easy kill for me there. Kind of surprised their guys lasted that long, to be honest. And when you look up the line, I'm completely destroying their infantry as expected. And let's see, those guys finally routed. Seems like they should have routed a little quicker. These slingers are still wavering there, now they're broken.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And the enemy is just chain routing now. You can pretty much see their men in the process of being chain routed. My guys can't even perform a charge because they're having to run down so many routing Nasamones troops. I need to figure out how to make my garrison army stronger so that whenever the AI brings crap spams like this, that my garrison can defend itself. Let's get another rear charge here on the Garamantian general. This will be pretty nice. Here's my Carthaginian cav lowering the spears. Going for a brutal side charge. Boom! Right into the back of the enemy general, and that should cause a rout of his unit. There's a few regrouped. Those are levy spearmen. Don't want to charge them. The enemy general is still in the fight, even though he got hit from behind. It's kind of weird. Some of the enemy spear units are regrouping because it's taking me longer to finish the fight than I had originally expected. Okay, let's get a sword charge here. This ought to be fun. I think the enemy general just routed too. See my guys getting hit by flaming javelins while charging into combat here. Okay, let's get my Carthaginian cav back out of here.
The enemy general is dead.
Here's a phalanx unit taking a charge of these spearmen here. You can see they get into tight formation and they can just utterly stop the charge. Those guys actually routed after charging. So pretty cool. Hopefully I get you a few views there in the battle. So even though the general ripoff assassinated my, or the enemy agent ripoff assassinated my general, still an easy win, which is, unfortunately, we just lost Hamilcar there. I love how easily the AI can just get rid of your historic figures. It's honestly quite annoying. I wish they'd make it a little harder to assassinate leaders like that, kind of like it wasn't Shogun. I mean, you had to have a really good agent, unless you just got straight up lucky. So now we've got to get a new leader for the heirs to Phoenicia, and we don't really have a whole lot of candidates from the Barcid dynasty because they all keep getting killed. This guy's got +2 cultural influence, that's good. -1 corruption and -20 to public order penalties, that's pretty good too. I'm going to go with this guy for the culture reasons though. So the heirs to Phoenicia now under different leadership. And the Nasamones here at Macomedes, we'll just go ahead and attack the city. It's giving these guys pretty good chances considering that it just thrashed their entire army. I'm not sure where they're really coming up with these chances, but that's okay. I don't mind dishing out a second thrashing, to be honest. I rather enjoy it at this point, and it's just building experience for my men that they would have otherwise had to get from a champion. So having crushed thousands and thousands of these nomadic desert tribesmen underfoot is kind of giving my guys a good workout for their sword arm so that we will be able to use that more effectively against Rome. So ought to be pretty entertaining. It's foggy once again. I'm going to go ahead and give them some good weather, even though it helps them from a skirmishing standpoint, but that's mainly just because I want to be able to give you all some more good zoom-ins. Let's see. I'm going to take a few Libyan infantry here, and then a few here, and then I'm going to take the rest of these hoplites here. And let's put our cav over here on the far side. Then we'll kind of put our general here in the center. So what I'm going to do basically is try and come in the city from all sides and make it harder for them to defend. So let's start the battle. I'm going to start by trying to rush this way towards the town center. And then we'll also move our troops up in the center. And then we'll start scouting up this backside here.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Okay, so we do have reinforcements coming in from over here. Number of spearmen. Nothing huge to worry about. Just gotta remember to not let my general get killed. I may rush to the town center though and force them to come running to try and save it. I doubt they're gonna have enough troops or decent enough troops here to stop me. Get some levy spearmen here. That's honestly some of their best troops in this vicinity. So I'm gonna go ahead and just flat out charge right here. And I'm going to take these hoplites all the way down into the street. And I'm going to leave these calves sitting back here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to leave those calves sitting there. And I'm just going to make a run for the town center with these guys. Actually, why not bring these cav in here? Let's just go ahead. Just start invading the city with haste. My guys will probably be under missile fire now. And if not, they will be very quickly. Okay. Let's get my general up here too. And let me get you some more charging action here. Get some sweet charge cam. You can see them throwing their flaming javelins at me. There we go. Got my guys now putting the hurt on these javelin men. And you can see my unit getting around the flank right over here too. So I better get in here and micro them into this fight as well. My Carthaginian cav, of course, got intercepted by these spears. But the spears seem to be running back towards the town center, so I might actually... And I'm going to pull them out while they're disengaged. Oh, there was a unit of tribesmen there trying to stop me from making it to the town center. Let's bring my general up. Okay, the way to the town center is clear from this direction. Let's actually bring these cav back outside of town and I'll use them to pin the enemy reinforcements. Alright, so the town center is going to be mine at this point. Alright, let's get you some of my hoplites taking on these levy spearmen up here. These guys don't stand a chance, even without my guys in hoplite formation. You can see the reinforcements, yep, just starting to approach out here. But the town center is going to already be in my control, other than these few levy spearmen who are still alive. And I can make sure that they're not alive here for much longer. Ooh, horrible load of javelins in the back. You guys getting completely surrounded and annihilated at this point. Alright, I'm going to get my swords back here onto the town center, and then I'm just going to block the entrances with my hoplites. And I'm going to block them so that they keep the enemy from being able to get in.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
There we go. My general in here. Indeed, our enemy have lost a victory point. Let's go harass this reinforcing army with my cav here a little. Alright, so I now control the town center and the entrances there too. So we're in good shape. Look at these hoplites like jammed up on the edge of this building for some reason. Not sure what the reasoning behind that is. They're like, hurry! Slowly go around this corner while cheering. Must be tradition, you know, like a football team entering the field and slapping the little sign above the locker room door. So, doesn't even look like I'm going to need to guard this side. Gotta get these guys into formation. Yeah, these guys are pretty hesitant to come because they know that my cav's just waiting to charge them in the back. This is actually going to be entertaining. Let's just take these guys out of hoplite formation. I'm just going to blob a big attack order with all my swords too. I want to pin these guys in and kill them. I'd like to see a huge, big routing mob.
Our orders!
Alright, here we go. Got these guys in hoplite formation, so now they're fixed. Look at this big mob of enemies, and they're about to just totally get nailed. There we go. Alright, here comes the cap charge. These guys trapped in the streets, nowhere to run, nowhere to retreat. Boom! Look at the blob of these guys. Takes my frame rates all the way down to 12 because there's such a blob of guys. And look at that chain route going on, baby. Oh yeah, does it ever look nice. A few of them are going to escape out this street here, but for the most part, just absolutely slaughtered en masse here. So, I don't know what the AI was thinking, giving these guys half of the chance that they had in the auto-resolve, but clearly they were outmatched. Pretty entertaining. They get 5 kills to my 1,472. Oh man, 378 kills on this one Carthaginian cav. Brilliant. Like I said, a good workout for the sword arm of my men. Alright, get your bloody corpses out of my city. So hopefully these guys are starting to learn their lesson about Carthaginian dominance. Let's get rid of this other little force of men here. There we go. Just want to make sure all of their men are good. And look, they've got another army back here. In all honesty, I'm still just blown away by how many troops these crap factions can afford. It's absolutely unbelievable.
We fight for you, my lord.
I guess that I'm garrisoned in the city because I can't go anywhere else. Gosh dang it, are you serious? They own this thing for like 2 turns. They've already converted half of the buildings. Good grief. I don't have any way to... whatever, I'll fix that other one on the next turn. I don't have enough money to get it. Alright, Garama is going to come under control still. And then we can throw the edict down here again, the bread games, until I get the public order the way I want. The Romans, like I said, still harrying us up here around Caralis. I have a pretty strong army here, though. To be honest, if the Romans want to come at me, they can come at me. I'm pretty sure I can defend myself. If they bring all these troops, it'll get a lot trickier, and they could be going for Lily Biome as well. But now that I'm getting ready to get freed up down here, I'm going to be feeling a whole lot more comfortable with the situation. I should probably get rid of these Libyan hoplites, to be honest, and start replacing them with better troops as well. So let's go ahead and end this turn and see what happens. Oh, we got a character who needs a skill, and that's our new general here. He's already gained himself a rank, apparently. We'll make him a commander, and we'll end the turn. Alright, my dignitaries back to Carthago. Oh, the Romans want a piece of me at Caralis. Bring it. That's all I got to say, because I'm pretty sure I can easily hold Caralis against all these forces of Rome. They just do not have the amount of infantry, at least heavy infantry, they're going to need. They have a few legionnaires, an admiral here, which is probably a legionnaire or principe, evocati cohort or something it looks like here, and then a triarii. I mean, this is just histati. These guys are going to get chopped, and I look forward to this very much so. So here we go. The defense of Caralis begins. The Romans are going to be coming by sea, which the AI tends not to excel at, so this ought to be entertaining. This is going to be huge, though, because if I can beat these troops here, and beat them rather badly, that's going to put the Romans on the run, and then that's going to be right at about the time that I'm finishing recruiting this big fleet. And with that fleet, I should be able to mop up the scraps of these Roman troops that are out and about. So definitely looking forward to this. Can't believe these guys were ignorant enough to attack me in the city. So, alright, I do have a couple of ships here. These are just pursuit ships, and they're javelins, and to be honest, I'm not sure how much good the javelins are going to do me. I mean, yes, they can be good, but since these are actual naval vessels, they tend to be a little bit better than transport vessels. So what I'm going to do is try and sink a couple of their transport ships before they can land. So that will be part of my defense strategy. Let's get back to my land forces here. I don't know where they're going to all be coming from, but I can easily move to my gates as needed. I've got a lot of hoplites and a lot of swordsmen. Even though my hoplites aren't real high quality, because of the patch that's gone on hoplites, it's going to be really hard. Plus I have a general. So I'm feeling really good about this scenario, to be honest. I'm going to put Flaming Shot on. I know it's less accurate, but even the chance of catching a Roman boat on fire will be good. Hastati, Hastati, Hastati. Okay, alright, so we're going to try and ram these ships full of Hastati. And we'll see if we can sink some. Every boat full of Hastati that I sink is just going to make my melee fight that much easier. Naval battles are still a little bit glitchy. Yep, see, they just immediately started boarding my troops. I should have waited until I got a better angle on them. But oh well. Look, they rammed into their own ship there. Yeah, darn it, that didn't work, but it'll be alright. They have to sit out there and fight for a few minutes anyway. Let's see what else they have coming in. There's a lot of Roman troops coming. A lot of them are levies, though, and they're just not going to have an opportunity to skirmish.
The men are wavering.
If these guys could get me on open ground with all these skirmishers, it would be pretty bad. Check it out, veteran legionnaires here. Those guys are going to be dangerous. Legionnaires, Hastati, Italian spearmen, auxiliary infantry. Interesting. Those guys look cool. Velites, levies. Yep, so a ton of Roman troops, but again, I honestly doubt these guys are going to be able to crack my defenses. So even if they do manage to burn their way through the gates, they're all going to have to land, which is going to be interesting. Didn't really cause as much damage as I would hope here, because I was hoping to sink them, but it's okay. I could have used those skirmishers up on top of the walls to throw javelins at the Romans too and get a bunch of kills, but I think it was worth it just to go for, you know, the opportunity to try and sink their ships here. Okay. There's a lot of troops on the map here, and it's no doubt going to take its toll on my FPS, so hopefully we can make it through here. I know it's already at 16, just all the way down here, which is pretty low. Mine usually runs well above that, so it is going to get a little bit crazy here. When you look away from all the troops, it goes up. Yep, pretty fun stuff. So it looks like the Romans are going to start landing all down here. I'm not going to come up and meet them right the instant they land, because that's where all their skirmishers are going to be, and to be honest, it's not going to be in my interest to be within range of their skirmishers while they're landing, because it's just going to give them kills that they wouldn't otherwise be getting on my men. So we'll just fast forward here, give the Romans a chance to start landing. If they do land right here, of course I'm going to immediately strike them down, but you have to be aware. So say for instance they got this transport of Hastati, but see right behind them they got a transport full of levies. And so you can't just immediately rush these guys right when they land on the beach. You want to wait till the levies land, because once the levies land, I can go get them in melee too. Otherwise, they'll just sit out here on their ship and hurl javelins to their heart's desire at your men, which can get pretty frustrating. You can see that my tower is already catching some of their ships on fire and killing their men as they land. So this is not going to be an easy battle. Not going to be an easy battle at all for the Romans. And then over here, they're going to attempt to burn through my gate. So what I'm going to do is take my all my good hoplite units up here to protect this gate. I'll put some reinforcements at kind of a halfway point so that they can assist on either side as needed. I'll put them here. And then I'm going to use my swords down here on the beach where the Romans are unloading all these troops. They're going to be kind of bottlenecked. I'm going to get down in there with my swords and take these guys on. I'm not seeing any Roman... Oh, they're going to try and burn this gate too. I forgot I'm going to have to defend from multiple positions. Let's see what they have coming from this direction, infantry-wise. Mostly levies, but some auxiliary Italian spearmen. They have some decent troops. My only real trouble here is going to be the fact that the Romans are coming from multiple directions. Let's see what they've got over here. More Hastati. So a lot of their Hastati on this side. And since they're just Hastati, let's actually take an even amount over to this gatehouse. There we go. So I've got 4 hoplites going to either gatehouse. I'll use my swordsman to chop these guys down and then make my way to the gatehouses. It's going to take the Romans a little while to get organized and get to that point anyway. Let's see, yeah, so they're just... oh, I went to the wrong gatehouse. Or no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, the Romans are already in the process of burning my gate down here. Let's get my guys in position. Got my hoplites running to this other gate. And the Romans are making their way there. I'd like to start killing these Romans on the beach as soon as possible, and it looks like I can because all of their missile ships have landed. So we're going to begin the process. Well, I say that. This ship hasn't landed here yet. I really need these guys to land so that I don't have to get nailed by all their javelins. I should be alright for the time being, at least. These guys have got to run. Roman infantry's already here, but they are taking damage from my towers. So let's see how we're doing. Making slow progress on the gates over here. They are going to break through, though. There's no doubt about it at this point. Let's get my guys in the best possible depth and position here. And then we'll put them into phalanx. My general doesn't have any abilities, but I can at least bring him over here to inspire those guys since they're probably going to be the first ones to fight. The Romans are just not landing these levies over here, which is frustrating.
What are your orders?
And they are starting to work on the gate over here. My guys should make it in time. Let's go ahead and start working the Romans. Working them over here. These guys might throw some javelins, but I'm pretty sure that we can minimize the damage. It's only 1 unit of levies. It probably can't kill much more than, you know, half a unit of my guys or a unit of my guys. The Romans are going to break through there. And they're no doubt going to break through over here too, unless they glitch out, which they haven't yet. Okay, I'm going to begin the process of hammering these Romans. And I really want to use numbers to my advantage. I know it's going to get kind of blobby over here. I'm going to keep 1 unit of Libyan infantry back here just in case the Romans land someone behind me. Alright, so we're going to start taking the Romans down over here. Those guys are in Testudo. I should be able to cut through Hastati relatively easy with Libyan units. Legionnaires will be a little bit different story. But pretty sure I can take them. Yeah, these Hastati are getting shredded. Alright, so the fight has begun. The Romans are... they've finished the fire damage to the gate here, so they'll be through that gate any time now. Get my men into position and I'll get them into phalanx mode. Yeah, so the Romans are actually going to get beaten pretty badly here, it looks like. I've got more men and they can't get around me. And then we should be able to defend this pretty easily as well. They're making slow damage on the gate, and they're taking quite a few casualties to my arrows. Alright, the Romans are through. Let's pull up a couple of units of mob, just in case the Romans try their little pull-through tactics, that we can have some mob there to slow them down. That's about all the mob are good for, to be honest.
What are your orders?
Alright, and this fight continues to go well for me. There's some levies back here, Hastati, but definitely going well for me. The Romans taking some pretty unprecedented losses. They're not landing that ship for some reason. Gates are destroyed. Check it out. Romans moving into Testudo here. Pretty cool. Neat to see the AI actually trying something. Look at this big mob of levy. It's gonna be nuts. Okay, let's get all these guys positioned. Got a lot going on here. Let's make sure we don't screw it up. Good, we're gonna be able to destroy the Roman troops in this area. And then my swords will be freed up to come support where they're needed. Alright, here comes the Testudo troops moving on through. Don't know if the AI is going to click an attack order with them once they get through or not. There's a little bit of lag going on. It's probably just because there's so much stuff going on. Shouldn't be too bad though. Here's the first levies coming through and meeting my phalanx. And of course these aren't the highest quality phalanxes, but again, they should do pretty well. You can see that it's working just the way I wanted. My guys are in a nice half-moon position to meet all of the incoming Roman troops. Over here. Wow, it's going to lag bad because all the bodies and everything here. Let's see if I can... I'm going to try and pull back one of my infantry units and get it out and around the flank. So that I'm not quite so blobbed up. What a huge blob of men here that was killing my FPS. I'll see if I can get into these levies here. Get them to quit throwing their javelins. Okay, my phalanx wall is holding up well over here. There are some veteran legionnaires in now though. That concerns me a little. But most of the Roman troops in this vicinity are routing.
The enemy general is dead.
And the morale on these veteran legionnaires is actually not real great at the moment. Okay, we killed the enemy general, which I'm assuming was in this Triarii unit. And now to kind of give them the coup de grace here, we'll charge these Romans from behind, pin them in on the beach, nowhere to run. Shattered those levies. Alright, these Romans are now completely surrounded. And let's see how I'm doing against these veteran legionnaires, which are now, you can see these Carthaginian hoplites holding out better than one would think. And you can see it's mostly because their melee defense goes way up when you put them into phalanx mode, even though these guys aren't entirely facing the right direction too. But I could click an attack order here, change the way they're facing, and then just go back into phalanx mode and I should be alright. Alright, so yep, we beat back the Romans on this front, so we managed to defend the gate. And here we've defeated the Romans again, so let's spread my guys back out. And it's going to lag a lot here because of the pile of men and bodies. So... it looks like it's lagging all over the map at this point. I think there's too much trying to go on from the AI. Whoa, hang on, what'd the AI do? They just bypassed this gate here and they're going for this gate. That's not good. Yep, so the game has gone into a lag mode. I haven't seen it do this since the patch, and I'm not sure why this is, but I know in the past it had something to do with the AI. I'm not sure if that's still the case. Look at their stupid levies here. Okay, this is why I left one unit behind. These levies just offloaded right here by my town center. I'm going to have to quit recording, I think, due to the lag, and I'll come back towards the end of the battle. Alright, did anybody order a heroic victory with a side of dead Romans? Because if you did, then Air delivered. Let's end that battle. You can see it was an overwhelming victory for me. Romans taking heavy casualties. Some of their troops actually routed, just from, like, I think being due to the loss, like the overall army losses. So it's pretty cool. Massive defeat of the Romans here, and that's actually my first battle against the Romans, I think, in this campaign, if I remember right. I've played a couple of campaigns just for fun. No, I fought them there, but yeah, dealing the Romans their first decisive defeat here. So, kill the captives and send them packing. So that's going to unblockade Caralis, perhaps affect my income a little bit, hopefully. Actually, I'm not sure if it will or not. I don't know if I have a trade port there or anything. And that is probably all I'm going to record for this episode. Should be just about the right amount there. But let's recap kind of what's happened here. Hamilcar Barca, it looks like he was just wounded. Good, we can put him back in the heirs to Phoenicia. And we had an increase in rank for our general in Caralis. Let's take care of these items real quick before the end of the episode so that I don't forget. Let's see. +5 melee attack for elephants. That doesn't work. +5 morale for all units. Because of a floozy. Oh, that's low class. Alright. We're going to go with authority. Yeah, look at the Roman fleets scattered all over the place here. And of course, if you mouse over it, it'll say enemy transports. That means it's an army that's gone into fleets. And I think that the icon might look a little different too. Yeah, so here's an actual enemy fleet. Those are going to be transports. Both of those are transports. There's an actual fleet. And we do want to take a I cannot say the name of this for the life of me. Alalia? Sure, whatever. Anyway, you can see our positions very secure in North Africa. We're in good shape. Carthago Nova just needs to deal with the Gaiatuli here. And did Carthago Nova lose Gadira recently as well? Almost seems like maybe they did. Oh, yeah, now they're besieged.